So me and Chris, we went to Brighton to view 10 properties. That was what was planned, but in the end we viewed 11. And this was the very first one that we viewed. So Chris, it looked right, didn't it? So straight away we come in, kitchen's a good space.
Fantastic space. The whole thing was really nice. It was evidently a student-let kind of property in the way it had been decorated, right?
It didn't need any work either, right?
All the properties we went to see were furnished.
That's pretty typical of HMOs as well, to be furnished, but this was literally ready to go.
It's good to go. And in fact, I think we only saw one that could do with a bit of cosmetic uplift. Most of them, maybe you'd want a deep clean, like that wall there, a few scuff marks on the wall.
Yeah.
I think every property we went to see, we were lucky with these 10, because every single one of them, apart from deep clean, were good to go.
Yeah.
They were literally, you could take them over, deep clean them in a day. One, maybe you'd spend a couple of days with a bit of paint.
So the landlord didn't really want to take much of a drop on this property because he couldn't afford to, right? And that's what has caused landlords to really struggle.
The mortgage rates going up.
Mortgage rates, and it's mad. But the student market has changed as well. International students aren't coming over as much anymore because the government have changed the regs on student visas. So they're going to like universities in Sweden. So now that's why we could view 10 HMOs in one day in just one city in the UK. With one agent, because that many HMOs are now empty. Because estate agents, how they operate is they get a group of students and then rent that house to groups of students. How we operate and how you would operate if you ever start rent-to-rent HMOs, you fill the rooms individually, not with a group. So estate agents, not a lot of them are willing to do that because there's a lot more work. They do one group AST agreement for the whole house. We do singles. So
there was one we viewed, wasn't there, actually, where the lender wouldn't allow multiple households in the house. So this is another reason why they're doing the one group. You got one person as kind of take control of the whole group as the signatory, if you like, and then you all go in as one large group.
That's right. So we made an offer on that house, and then we went, and then
these two.
Yeah, this house here. So straight into the house.
This had just been refurbed, didn't it?
Yeah.
He'd had the students out in the beginning of the summer, and he spent the summer refurbing in the hope of again being able to let it out to students. That didn't happen.
So what's crazy? Yeah, what's crazy is, some landlords think they can charge so much more if it's a really high spec property, but students don't
have that money. This one's great because it's so close to hospitals. It's got really good transport links, literally 30 seconds away from the front door into the main city. It's a really nice spec, wasn't it? Lots of they're big doubles as well.
Yeah.
To be fair, all of the rooms bar one.
So
you're probably looking at $700 a month.
No work needed in this house at all.
Again, good to go. Take the keys.
Pretty much.
Fill it up.
Yeah. So we made an offer on that house, and we haven't heard back yet.
No, again, that was I think the offer on that one was quite a bit lower than the.
Yeah, because the landlord is asking
about
for
800 lower.
He's asking for quite an inflated rate because he's done a refurb, and groups of students and company lets aren't willing to pay it. So
the figures don't stack.
No,
and even if you were to take it on as a group of professionals, you'd struggle the rent you'd have to pay collectively to get up to the asking price on that rent was way too high.
Yeah.
Consider the one next door that was pretty much an identical property that we're going to view in a second. It just hadn't been refurbed to quite as high a standard. It was workable still.
You've got to lean into the market you're working in. So learning rent-to-rent teaches you to be a better investor, because I'm not saying he might have other reasons, probably the value of the house and building wealth, but to rent it to students or a company let, you don't do such a high-spec refurb.
Well, that was one thing I very much learned from doing these viewings with you as well, is that in my head, that cosmetic uplift, you want to provide a really nice place for your tenants to live, and every property I went to see with you, apart from that one that had been done up, I was thinking, how can we uplift this? Whereas actually, on all of them, you said, no, this is fine. People will live here.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. It's a good enough standard to be able to let it out. You don't need to be blasting away £200, £300, £500.
Yep, such as this one. So this is a property we've actually had an offer accepted on.
This one's, we've actually made the decision to sell this because we had that
was always the intention anyway. We've got deals coming out of our ears.
A list of 2 or 3 that we were going to keep, and the rest were all up for sale. So there's another room that we haven't included on this
guy
video
just can't shake him. He just follows me everywhere.
He looks like a property investor, mate, to be honest. It looks like the real deal.
So, not thousands and thousands pumped into this house.
The space in that room, that's £700 a month in Brighton, right?
The thing is, this commands the same rent as the one next door.
Yes.
That's what's mad.
And it's equally, again...
The landlord's not pumped in, the wallpaper.
The wallpaper's a bit crap, isn't it, there? But,
look at the squirrels. Loads of them.
A beautiful neighbourhood as well, really peaceful.
So... Yeah, we've had offer accepted on this property. If you're interested, send us a DM because these need to be sold quick. We don't want to ruin the relationship with the agent by people dragging their heels, right? So this deal stacks. We've run it through my training. Yeah, it stacks. So if you're interested, the sourcing's fee for this one is 3K. Send me an email. I'll leave it in the description and we'll go from there.
This one probably does need a bit of cosmetic.
Straight away it looked a bit ropey.
But like I say, nothing more than paint, really. It's good to go. This needs I think it's beautiful big room.
Yeah, that was a big room.
Beautiful big room. And again, the location on this, very convenient, very close to transport links.
I mean, the furniture and the colour schemes are weird.
You'd probably want to...
It's like they've gone to a boot sale and just, yeah, that would do. Yeah, that would do. Yeah, that would do.
Throw it in. Which I guess if you're students...
I mean, why is the washing machine 7 foot out from the worktop?
I did on your, after we'd viewed that other one, after we'd gone to yours, I tilted that and made sure there wasn't a hole in the floor.
Yeah, the walls are a bit of a mess. Angry tenants. So did we make an offer on that one?
Yeah, again, waiting for that to be accepted, but this one actually worked at asking price. They didn't expect a ridiculous rent for this. They were quite reasonable about what they were.
But again, the agent hasn't got back to us, have they?
No, I think this actually worked at about 150 over asking, to be honest, but
yeah, okay.
I'm not going to tell the agent that.
Yeah, no. But it kind of blows my mind. So if I was a landlord and my property was with an agent and there's been an offer submitted...
No, thank you. I'd like it to keep costing me money.
It's mad.
I don't want to let my property go hands-free and not have any hassle and just have the rent recurring every month. That one's one that I will take on, to be honest, if they come back. I like the location. Again, it's a bit of refurb. I quite like the refurbing.
So I really liked these two properties. There were two properties joined together, that one and that one. So a lot of potential, great location as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, this was a big property. They didn't have damp issues, but they were in the middle of sorting out.
Yeah, this is, the whole thing's just being refurbed currently, isn't it? There's a cocktail of
huge rooms.
Things that were issues with this property that have now all been addressed, right?
I quite like how, massive windows, really bright.
I really like this one.
Yeah, I really like this property. And again, these are the two I was really hoping they would come back to us by now and accept, because yeah, it would make a great property, especially this room. Look, perfect for a HMO, or you could even run it as an Airbnb.
Oh, this is the corner one, isn't it? So this is the one that they were offering out as an Airbnb. It's 3 beds.
Oh right, yeah. So
this isn't the 5.
Yeah, okay, it's not the one next door.
No.
Yeah, that's right. And then the basement to store Chris when he turns up late or something.
Amazing.
So yeah, this was the one that was being refurbed, that's right.
It's a building site, isn't it, currently? But it's a building site because it's being refurbed, and it will be a cracking property. 650 room there. The location on this one, mate.
Oh, that's a £700, but I think we stacked them 100.
It's at least £50 to £100
lower,
less than what you'll actually be able to get, because I wanted to make the figures the worst possible
conservative
case. Yeah,
needed a bit of tidying up.
Which, if you're going to deal source, by the way, I think this is an important one, because a lot of people have been struggling with deal sources recently, isn't it? If you're going to deal source, do your figures, do your checks, make sure the property's going to work. As a deal source, you have a responsibility to your investors to make sure you're ethically sourcing, and you're not just finding properties on Rightmove and banging them into a sourcing pack at asking price. All of these deals that we're going to be selling or keeping, the rents have been negotiated to work on the worst case scenario, so that the profit is secure. There's no doubt about profitability for investors that might want to buy them from us, right?
We've tested demand. We've moved fast. You submitted the offers to the agent that evening. Yeah, this is a great property. A lot of people look at properties and think, oh, I wouldn't live there. You won't be living there. Students will be. Working professionals are happy to live there, would take a room. They're paying for convenience. It's location and convenience of us paying the bills. They just want little responsibility. So
we had a joke, didn't we? That everything, if you were looking to buy a house for your family to live in, one of the viewers we did, Kenny, recorded a video, and everything nice that you'd look for your family in this property, he just absolutely slammed. Like, oh, great big garden, yeah, lot of work, high maintenance, it's going to be a problem.
That's cool. It's a shame we haven't heard back from that, but
I'm going to stay on that. We'll hear back from that. I'm going to carry on.
So here's that high maintenance garden.
This one, the landlord is the same as the other one that we've had accepted, isn't it? This one we've also had accepted.
This is, we've had the offer accepted on this one.
And I'm ahhing, if this doesn't sell, I might take it on, to be honest, because it's a good property.
All good size rooms, all fully compliant, HMO compliant. We only take on compliant buildings. We don't help with the conversion of getting a HMO license. We don't dabble in that whatsoever. We only take on HMO compliant buildings. So this property's perfect. It's actually off market. This was the 11th viewing of the day.
And we weren't scheduled to see this.
It's not even advertised. It's not even advertised for company lets. The agent is kind of a secret deal, right? Nice high spec bathroom, perfect. So
he's not long had it refurbed as well, hasn't he? So the furniture's a little bit dated, but actually the rooms themselves.
Yeah, you could brighten that up easy. White paint, fresh in the walls, feature wall, bedding kits.
Like warm glow lighting rather than this really white lighting as well warms the place up. Just changing the bulbs, right?
Yeah.
I had that in Cardiff, where everything was almost like clinically white.
What's in this cupboard? Just shelves. And then, yeah, that was the deal.
That concluded the deal.
So that was 3 hours away from us.
3 hour drive each way and 8 hours viewing. And you did an interview as well the same day with Ollie.
Yep.
In your first HMO.
Yep. So
that was a hell of a day.
That was a great day, and that's what's possible. So Chris made 4 phone calls, and we got 11 viewings off of the back of those phone calls.
I'm going to be finding another agent to do the same with us in another patch as well soon. Get in touch, guys, because there's going to be a lot of deals coming through us over the next few months, and if you want to stand a chance, you need to get in touch with us. We're busy running properties and looking at properties and running the business, the coaching business as well. So we're not going to be chasing. If people want opportunities, you need to.
If you want to buy deals from the best people in the planet doing Rent2Rent, actively doing Rent2Rent, then send them a message and they'll probably refer you to
us.
Yeah. No, honestly, these deals work. Okay, so if you know the area or you're in the market to buy a Rent2Rent deal, then
or if you know any investors that are in that area, in that patch, send them our way. Because I think the thing with this as well is this is the old stock list. We're now working on the new stock list with the same agents, so that we need to get these tied off, and there's an abundance more properties out there for us to go and view again, and I can bring them to the books.
It's epic. So in terms of our mentorship, I'm actively doing deals. I took on 2 Rent2Rent deals last week. Me and Chris are JVing and sourcing deals and maybe taking on deals ourselves under that JV mentorship. Dan, who's the other coach, actively doing social housing deals himself. Name one other mentorship where you don't think they're bullshitting you and just saying, yeah, I'm running 30 HMOs passively. Have they got YouTube? Are their properties actively on YouTube? Do you get 100%? Yeah, you can't fake that. You can't fake that. We're not faking none of it. We walk the walk. We're doing deals.
In all fairness, I think I can name maybe 1 or 2 other big mentors that are out there doing property, but their courses, for the value you're providing and the difference in the courses you're providing, I do stand by that you're providing the best value.
But so do they sell courses on Rent2Rent, and are they doing Rent2Rent?
You're specialist. You're only doing Rent2Rent.
We're the Rent2Rent Academy.
Yeah. All of the other kind of trainers that are out there doing deals, they're not doing Rent2Rents. They're
selling Rent2Rent courses, but they're doing developments.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and they really hit home and drive home selling Rent2Rent because they're all doing £97 webinars.
And why are they doing Rent2Rent?
No, because I love Rent2Rent. It's epic. The cash flow is epic.
Such a great starter. I have this with a lot of your mentees. Yeah. Why do I need to get into Rent2Rent? I want more money or I want bigger money. Rent2Rent's where you start, right? It's the best stepping stone
to stay in Rent2Rent. I honestly couldn't think of anything worse than being a landlord in this day and age.
It's so unstable.
I was talking to a multi-millionaire last week, and he's a huge portfolio owner, and he said, Kenny, like, biggest advice I can give you is don't become a landlord right now.
Yeah.
Or he even said, don't become a landlord in the UK.
And he's at the table with decision makers as well, isn't he? He knows his stuff.
He knows his stuff. He's a very wealthy guy, and that was his advice. Don't become a landlord in the UK.
So Rent2Rent.
Control them. Buy deals from us.
Don't be afraid to want more for your life. This is a big thing that's come up this year. The amount of people I've spoken to this year that aren't happy with their lives but are too afraid to step out on the ledge and try something new. You know, one of the most soul-destroying, we'll cover this in our podcast in a minute, one of the most soul-destroying things I hear from people is, what's the most exciting thing that's happened in your week? And people can't come back to me with an answer to that.
It's mad. Yeah.
So step out on the ledge. Rent2Rent is freaking great.
I launched a 6-week challenge. That started last Monday, right? To see if anybody can secure a deal within 6 weeks following my training. And we're on day 8. And Max viewed a property yesterday, and they've agreed on the price, and now he's kind of hesitating because everybody does that. They love the excitement of getting started and going on viewings and then submitting offers. But when the offer's kind of accepted, they're like, oh,
what do I do? What do I do?
So yeah, day 8, 6-week challenge, and a mentee on the 6-week challenge is this close to getting his first deal over the line. But yeah, guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Don't watch the other nonsense YouTubers. Just follow mine, watch the playlists, and you won't go too far wrong.
Fantastic.